lingo. So while trucking companies and carriers complain and tell you in onboarding that it's so expensive to bring on a new driver, it is actually more expensive to keep one. So let's talk about why. Number one, wages. So if you retain a driver, their wages are going to go up, right? They're going to be there longer. They're going to get them pay increases, and that adds up. So by bringing in new drivers, they can bring them in at a much lower rate than they can keep a driver, right? Two, flexible workforce. So when a carrier loses a contract or adds a contract, they can keep up with that rise and fall with the constant turnover. So if they lose a contract, then they just don't hire any drivers for a little bit, or if they have a new contract, they just do a mass hiring event. Three, taxes and training incentives. We see this a lot with the schools and the CDL mills and with training companies, right? So they get like the workforce and opportunity credits, tax incentives, and that really helps out with those first year new drivers. So really they only care about retaining you for the first year. This is when you see a lot of the contracts with some of the carriers that send you to school. Benefits. Some of the carriers do not offer benefits until so far in, like 30 days. And then the 401k may not take effect for a year. You'll see some 401ks where you have to be within 5 years before their contribution is vested. This is to keep their benefit expenses down, right? And if drivers are constantly leaving, then it's saving them a lot of money on the benefit sides, right? So on the downside of that, inexperienced drivers are going to be a higher risk of incidents and damaged equipment. But that's also why these carriers are adding in the technology and the micromanagement and the driver-facing cameras to offset some of that.